This is episode 2 of my, I guess you could call it, miniature assembly slash modification. What I'm doing today is I'm going to show you how to create the effect of realistic fur on the miniatures by using these tufts of grass. You can get them from just about anybody. These are from a company called Huge Miniatures. I like them because they're extra fuzzy right down at the base, so they work really well. What I'm going to do is I have these Frostgrave Gnolls, which are basically hyenas. I've tooled them up and assembled them with bolt pistols from Sisters of Battle and extra gear and bullets and bandoliers and whatnot. But what I've done is assembled them, and I'm going to use them for Star Breach, which is a really fun game. I'm sure you're familiar with it. But what I've done is I've sanded down and trimmed the natural sculpted fur on the head and the back, on the head and the neck like this, you can see here. And what I'm going to do is substitute it with the tufts of grass. And it will look something similar to this here. This guy's already been airbrushed, and the tuft has been highlighted with the airbrush to look at like a brighter white color. That's eventually what this guy will look like. So real quick, I'll show you how to do this. Basically, I take one that looks relatively similar to the head and neck section. This one right here looks pretty good. So I'll take my glue, I use super glue, and I'll throw a dab on the head, kind of spread it around, and then a dab on the neck here, spread it around. Then I'll take off my tuft of grass here, and this one actually looks really good. This is like perfect, and this has just got a sticky on the other side, but the super glue really helps it stay. And then I just press it down in one spot on the head first, just like this, and wait till it sets, and then I'll stick down the rest of it just periodically through the process of the super glue curing to it. If you got any spots that stick up, you just kind of take your tweezers and press it down a little bit. It'll pop up on each side a little bit, like this side, see, popped up right there. Right there, you can see there. So I'll just push it back down on both sides with the tweezers and hold it with the super glue. And this will cure up in a few seconds here. And it once this glue's in place, it looks like realistic fur. You've got you've eliminated the plastic fur sculpted on the miniature itself, and replaced it with some cool fur that looks real. These tufts of grass, they've got like an uneven quality to them. Like you can see here, there's some bits and pieces that stick up a little bit, like it's a little fuzzy on top up here. So all I do is I just take it and I'll just give it a little haircut and trim it to where it's nice and smooth and flat, just like that. So there we have the new haircut for the hyena. The space hyenas is what I'm calling them. They're for the nomadic raiders warband in this game, Star Breach. And it's super cool effect, like I said. I've done it on some others here. You can see here the fur on their heads. I gave them a quick little dry brush. I'm going to dry brush these some more because they're so tiny. I'm not going to bother with doing knuckles and whatnot, but I'm going to dry brush the heck out of them and give them a nice dark wash so they have that dark, nasty, dirty hyena look about them. And I'll probably post up a video of painting these guys up pretty soon here too. So look for that coming for episode 3. So that is basically how I do tufts of fur on my space models. So my space hyenas, I should say. Like I said, you can get these tufts of fur anywhere. Green Stuff World carries them. Army Painter has a really nice tuft of grass line. And they work great. And I just kind of came across this idea because I didn't like the regular fur that was on him. Like you can see on this guy, this is a Hordes miniature that I'm using as my alpha leader. He's got a rocket launcher strapped to his waist. But his sculpted fur, yeah, it looks pretty cool, but it's not real fur. So we got real fur going. So we rock. We're okay. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Watch it many times and hit me up with comments or questions. Thanks for watching.